All right, hello everyone. I'm back for another update. On Monday, April 27th, I have been editing some videos today, and it's 2:38 p.m. And today has been a pretty good day so far. I slept in a lot, not gonna lie, scrolled on my phone for a little bit. Um, but I rested and I feel great. In the last few days, I have been along with the astrology, because the astrology right now is crazy. In addition to the astrology, the current astrology, I've also just been processing a lot of stuff on my own, moving energy and everything. And so that was happening the last few days. So I was a little tired, but I feel a lot better now. I was just editing some of my ones from a few weeks ago, so I'm excited to upload those. And it's so interesting watching them back because I literally already feel like a different person than when I was 2 weeks ago, which is exciting. Um, because the things I'm talking about in the videos like don't even apply to my life anymore, which is awesome and kind of the purpose of all of these secret vlogs. I know you already saw an introduction video in January because I'm gonna make one of those. The purpose of these is to show my journey through all of this and the behind the scenes that people don't see. People only see their success and people only share their success. But actually healing and living an aligned life is not always this like beautiful, like manifesting everything instantly and like feeling great all the time and everything just being so smooth and happening naturally in the flow. And of course there's moments of that, but like um it's a wave. So the higher you go, the deeper you need to go. And if you don't go deep enough, you won't get those highs. But going deep is really scary and really hard. And I'm kind of smiling when I say that, but it is genuinely hard. And I understand why people don't do it. But when you don't go deep, you're missing out on all of the higher levels. You can't, it's proportional. You can't have 100% high with only 20% low. You need to go into yourself more and release things in order to feel all of that great, beautiful stuff. And I kind of have already gone off on a tangent. So maybe I should make a TikTok about that because making TikToks is something I do now. I do like editing, like video editing, and I have done this. I talked about this in one of my videos I was just editing. But I made YouTube videos when I was younger, and it was so fun, and I'm so glad I have those videos now. Editing TikToks has been like a fun new thing to do, and I'm getting some likes and I'm getting some comments, which is really awesome because I feel like I'm sharing things there that are important to me, so it's good. I'm happy with the response I've had. But also, even if I would have 0 likes, it's like I want to be sharing all of this stuff with the world. I realized part of what I need to do is like talk and show my face to the world. And not through these videos, I'm definitely doing that, but I also need to do it like now. Like I posted a TikTok today. You're not going to see this video until a year, and some things need to be out sooner than that. And then the other big update I wanted to talk about is that was the job situation. So I still don't have a formal job, but I also sort of realized that there's never going to be a job, a full-time job that is perfect for me and that I can just sign up, go to work, get paid, get my W-2s, have easy taxes, and just do that. Like, that's just not my life. And as much as I like the sound of that, it also sounds suffocating and boring. Um, so I just have to learn how to do taxes that are not just submitting my W-2s. I have been practicing that with my like business bank account for the last 3 years. that's just what I have to do. And I am way more accepting of that now. And it's just like learning how to do taxes, something I can do. I'm capable of it. I have been doing DoorDash. And even saying it now, I feel embarrassed to say that. And I don't necessarily want to talk about it with other people right now. Um, but I'm trying to practice not being embarrassed about it because I realized it is exactly like what I want in many ways. Not 100%, but like it is extremely flexible schedule. I'm in charge of the offers I get. I can decline them if I don't want it. I can work literally for 15 minutes and then end. Or I could work for 10 hours. Or I could work for 2 hours and take a 2 hour break and then work for 2 more hours. Like that sort of structure is exactly what I want. So this is my opportunity to practice doing that and to practice declining offers. Like the other day, there was a $3 order, declined. A $5 order, which normally I would consider, but I said it was too many miles, decline. And then the next one that came up was like a $11 order. So like sometimes you got to decline things to get to the right thing, and that is totally something that I'm learning in every aspect of my life. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to like share with people and like just I don't want people to know what I'm doing right now, you know? So I need to like shut the fuck up a little bit. I get to be in my car, I get to drive around, see different restaurants if there's a new restaurant that opens, see what locations are good. Uh I've lived in this area for a long time, but I really don't know the streets, so just like getting to know the streets better. But I just have this impression of my head of like I'm too like educated for that or like I'm too uh it's too low of a job and I don't want to be thinking like that because it's not about that. And this is of course, I should have said this before, but like this is not like against any DoorDash drivers because this is the thing is like people talk down on like service workers and DoorDash drivers and Uber and all this stuff. They talk down on them, and yet they're the people that are ordering and using the service. And it's like, if you are using it, you're not allowed to talk down on it. If you really don't like it, then don't use it. I'm trying to work through that and release that because that's not, the reality of the situation. It is a short term thing that I'm kind of doing, but it is 100 million% the type of structure that I want in my work. I don't even want to use that word, but um, now it's helping me practice the structure and like my budgeting and separating money and everything, saving for taxes, which is all things I need to do. My structure has been there, but now it's like feels a lot more solid. So now the only thing I need to do is have other sources of income. I have traveled a bit and I have been collecting patches, but I've kind of been too scared to use them because I didn't want to like commit to putting them on something. But I put my first patch on. It's my Poland patch, and I think it looks really good. But it takes a super long time to sew them on. That took me like an hour and a half to sew on. I've been decluttering. I sold some stuff on Facebook Marketplace last week. I've gotten rid of some stuff, and I am proud of myself for being able to kind of sit with this stuff and go through it rather than get mad and kind of just like do it in a hurry and then just get rid of stuff and get overwhelmed because that's how it usually is. But recently I've just been able to kind of sit down, go through it a little slower, um, and be okay with getting rid of two things in one day instead of 20 because then I'll just do some more the next day. I have this blanket. This blanket is important to me because it is from Mexico a long time ago because my a friend of my mom's family like gave it to them after they went on a trip to Mexico. So It's like an heirloom. Um, but the thing is, I had a blanket just like this. Actually, the family friend gave my mom's family like two of them, at least two, I guess. Um, and I had one that I had used previously. Unfortunately, I had to get rid of it for various reasons, and that honestly broke my heart so much because I loved that blanket so much. It's beautiful. I love this pattern, and that blanket was beautiful, and luckily I have another one so I can just talk about this blanket. It's so thin, but it's so warm, and it's big enough cuz I'm tall. And blankets are a lot of times too short for me, but this is big enough for me. It keeps me warm. You can fold it up small, and it's the best blanket ever. So I was so sad when I had to get rid of the other blanket. Um, but I hope somebody else is using it and loving it. So when I saw this, I was like, there's no way this exists. And I was so happy because like I said, I love that blanket. It made me so sad that I had to get the other one away. But now I have it, and I'm so happy to use this. It's a little like stiff because I think it hasn't been used in a very long time. So I'm excited to wear it in, and I'm just so excited. And I'm excited for what's going to happen because I don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to happen. And I'm so excited. And I want to remind you that all of this stuff is happening to me, and nothing's even happening yet, but it's going to happen. And it's only because I have felt so many bad emotions in the last 3 to 4 months, or maybe like 5 months, or maybe even like 6 months. I didn't just wake up one day feeling great, feeling aligned, having all this shit manifested, whatever. It doesn't just happen. You need to do shit. The thing is I can't tell you what to do. Unfortunately, you need to figure out what you need to do. Just like I had to figure out what I needed to do. And everyone knows. Deep down, everyone knows what they need to do, and only some people do it. And there's stuff I'm avoiding right now. I'm not going to lie. There's stuff that I need to do that I'm avoiding, but I'm avoiding a whole lot less than I have in the past. You need to do that. You need to do things that people will get mad at you for. But that's that's what you need to do. And it's hard and it sucks and it's lonely. I literally have like zero friends right now, which does get lonely, but I'm also like, having zero friends and zero significant people in your life, I promise you, is a million gazillion percent better than being stuck in a situation where you feel like a pile of steaming shit every day. It is a million times better. And when you're in that place where you feel like a piece of shit every day, it feels comfortable because that's what you're used to, unfortunately. Because of whatever circumstances, that's what you're used to, that's what you feel comfortable in. But you have to realize that you deserve more than that. And usually people only change when the discomfort of feeling stuck hurts more than the pain it would feel to change. And luckily, I got to that point. I am so glad I got to that point because now things are turning around. I literally feel like I'm probably actually in a different timeline, but it feels great. So I just want to remind you that this shit doesn't happen overnight. You need to feel your feelings, let it flow without instant gratification. Like maybe sometimes it will be instant gratification, but sometimes not. So that's the you having faith in the universe and trust in yourself. Now, when you're watching these videos, it doesn't just happen. Um, you have to put forth the effort and figure it out. And I feel like a bitch saying like you got to figure it out. But like that's what it is because it's different for everyone. I can't tell you what to do. Maybe I could like talk to you and help you come up with ideas, but you are the one who has to actually do it. Even if I give you a list of things to do, you're the one that still has to do them. So I'm excited. I'm grateful for where I am. And I know it's an important time. So yeah, I'm excited. And I think that's it.